Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. More MDL action coming your way now. It's EG taking on Newbee. EG 3-1, Newbee 1-3.
The triple whopper.
Yeah. Well, and the reverse triple whopper.
What we need a nickname for 3-1 now.
I don't know. I guess the reverse triple whopper is like
triple
when the meat's on the outside and the bun's on the inside. I don't know.
It sounds like the double to triple whopper is better than the reverse triple whopper, though.
I think so. That's why it's 3-1. You know, makes sense. And we'll see if the draft does. The puck gets banned. No more support puck shenanigans for EG.
Get that out of here. No drought ban. Is it drought time? Do Newbee dare pull it out? What?
First overall pick drought. If not, maybe EG take it.
Pictures to. EG have changed a lot of their profile pictures.
Is that Michelle Obama?
It's I think some rappers.
RTZ is using Teehee Palo from Twitch.
What is that?
It's that little anime icon. Anime grill waving high.
Anime grill. Okay. Is RTZ more of a weep nowadays?
No.
No.
Night Stalker.
Does he just pretend to be?
Yeah. Wants to fit in with Jackie Mao and the boys.
Venomancer.
Ooh.
That is not the reaction I expected.
I've been told that EG runs the Veno safe lane better than any other team.
That is definitely true.
So I just want to see how it's really supposed to be done. Because you see teams trying to do it, but they don't have the right timing. So I'm prepared to be dazzled. Dazzled, as some would say.
Dazzled. Razzle dazzle.
What'd you call that lane? The bristleback.
The Brazzle lane. The
Brazzle my
lane?
dazzle.
The Brizzle lane.
The brizzle. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Faux bristle my nizzle.
For brizzle my nizzle. All right.
My dizzle.
So how do you beat Venomancer?
Makes me feel sick just thinking.
Oh, Clockwork's in the pool. Clockwork's very good versus
yeah?
It's good versus both these heroes, yeah.
Do you really want to clock and a Night Stalker though? They generally are fulfilling the same role.
You're right.
Generally, I see Veno teams lose like by them beating themselves. Like they either go too early and like 5-man too early, and then you just lose the early advantage that you build up, or you 5-man too late and then you get outscaled because you have a Veno core.
I really like Rubik against this lineup. A is obviously good against Shaker. You can steal the Fissure, but he's also one of the better Veno counters if he gets level 6. Just steal the wards and you give him a taste of his own medicine, his own disgusting, poisonous, horrible for you,
and no
tastes
field.
like crap medicine.
And no field. It's
no field is so good, man. 22% magic resistance.
For the whole team?
For the whole team. And creeps.
And creeps.
Where's that Pugna at?
Creeps are part of the team, bro.
All right.
They're not celebrated, but they are essential.
That is true.
Creeps are the, what would you compare them? Like the water boys of the team? Is that too glamorous of a role, or too low?
Too low for sure.
Yeah. I mean, water is essential for a professional athlete. You can't get dehydrated.
Yeah, but Waterboy has a negative connotation, right?
I mean, creeps get the crap beaten out of them, and they're constantly just destroyed for the greater good.
For some
that's worse than what happens to the water boy.
A lot of the times, the creeps just carry the game.
They're like the basketball in the basketball game. So they get smacked around.
They get smacked around.
But you need it for the game.
But they don't die. The ball doesn't die.
They get deflated, and then they get...
Do you think it's is there lore on the creeps? Is it the same creeps constantly like
creep lore
cycling through, or is it like a new creep every time?
Well, they get stronger over time, right? So you would assume that
do creeps have like, are they sentient? Do they have their own
thoughts?
have
feelings?
Like I'm thinking like Clone Wars here, you know, because they all start to develop their own personalities, even though they're all supposed to be clones. They're really not. They're still people in a way, but are creeps that way?
I think so. Clearly,
they have souls because when Shadow Fiend kills them.
Yes.
Souls are generated.
So we have some information about them. They have souls.
Actually, by that definition, like wards have souls too.
Kind of.
They have an eye, yeah? Okay.
They're not machines.
All right.
Creeps
this
also
is-
have map hack sometimes. You ever had that range creep that just attacks you from the fog? You're like,
Oh,
what?
dude.
How you see me, dude?
Dude, the neutral creep. When you try to pull them at night and you walk up the hill, you're like, I lost you. But like, nope, I'm still attacking you from low ground, even though I don't see you.
So they have sixth sense. They're maybe even better than humans.
Superhumans.
All right.
That's our next life. That's our next evolution.
Superhumans.
All right.
Another disgusting bug. Got to make sure we see all of them today.
Time lapse is really good, but not so great versus Earth Spirit and Earthshaker.
You do have a lot of control for the Sweeper.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't be that scared of the Weaver.
He is really good against Veno as far as, like, doesn't have to worry about getting chased down, I guess.
Yep.
You got that Sakuchi, but
He can also kill the wards too, which I think is a big deal.
I got a question for Weaver, like not for this game, but
let me get him on the line. Hold on one sec.
no, for you guys about Weaver. Like he's never done as a 4 anymore, right?
Not that I've seen.
Like Swarm is just too nerfed.
I think it's more so Drow kind of fell off.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver, for chiming in. He's like, no, I'm not a 4 anymore.
Thank you for the confirmation.
Is this mid AA?
It's the old school Veno AA. It could be
Or
mid
support
Shaker.
All
AA.
right, where's that Universe Void?
The universe is on Shaker, right?
Spell Amp is really good here. It could be Sumail
It should
Shaker.
be.
You don't know.
I mean, come on. Void is just, like, feels so good right now. Look at that draft.
Yeah, but the late game and the no spell synergy.
Bash though.
I don't really
That's
care if
true.
it makes sense. I'm just saying. I would ban Void if I'm Newbee.
So who's the offlane, Clock or Night Stalker?
I would say Clog.
Yeah.
Clog can at least get stuff from the lane. Like Veno versus Night Stalker. Like, what is Night Stalker supposed to do? Run at you with his regen?
We're going to see the 5th pick.
What is
Is this the 5th pick, Shadow Friend?
For
You ban
Newbee?
SF here, right?
This is pretty good, yeah.
EG should ban it, I think.
SCCC's better hero. BKB hero.
SCCCC.
SCCC.
I always have to, like, try to replay when someone says, like, a letter or a number that many times, like, in my head, because I'm like, did they say it the right number, or did I
Just
say
call
it
him
wrong?
SC. What's wrong with that?
You're desecrating his name. Lauren.
Desecrating. Just
Dishonoring.
dishonoring his name.
Oh, they're actually scared of a Tinker? Huh. That's weird. Why would you ban Tinker?
I mean, you're trying to effectively early push, right?
Yeah, but
Pushing into March is kind of annoying.
it's awful versus Veno Wards. It's also, I think, it's just weird.
Rocket Flare into Rockets, hard to dodge.
Yeah,
Well,
things like-
Tinker's like the hard Terrorblade counter, I guess. You know?
You think EG's gonna Terrorblade?
No. I'm just like racking my
Creep
brain
lore is explained in the Are We Heroes Yet Dota 2 comic.
here. Thank
Oh.
you, Eric.
So there is a creep lore.
Big Papa Chop on the case. What does that even mean, by the way? What does his nickname actually mean? Ooh, neither of these picks were expected by me anyway.
So it's a mid Veno then, right?
No,
No,
Sumail AA.
mid AA. Okay, we thrown for a loop.
I thought you were just gonna say-
Arteezy Earth Spirit. That is
That's
that is a
not happening.
misclick, right?
That's not happening.
That's a
Yeah.
troll. He's gonna be stuck on the dirty little Veno, right?
CK.
He could be CK.
CK?
You could do Rome CK.
I think he's CK for sure. Crit or Spirit, yeah, that's right. Maybe Arteezy
Crit
has some
CK.
Maybe
Ah.
Crit has some sweet cosmetics, like he has a golden shield and he wants to swap it over to Arteezy.
Okay.
I'm like 90% sure that's the reason.
All right, let's wait for the swap.
I don't know. With EG, you never know.
Who is stronger, RTO or RTC? Or RTZ?
RTC won a LAN in Manila.
What has RTO ever done?
Not much.
Well, they have swapped, in case
Yeah.
you guys were
Except
wondering.
spell Rot Realm. Not a whole lot else.
All right.
So CK, he's gone through a lot of changes, guys. Is he a good hero?
I think with AA, he's pretty good. There's that natural synergy, pull him back into the cold feet.
Yep.
Owns those offlaners.
He gets like absurdly.
That is an old school combo.
Yeah, it's very old.
That's like a 6.73? Can't remember. Really, really old.
He gets absurdly tanky just by building like 2 strength items.
What is your preferred CK build?
Dude, what did I tell you? He has a golden thing.
All right, you got it, Ben Wu.
I knew it, dude.
The golden chaos fulcrum, bound to purpose.
Actually, I don't even know if
for
Crit
the
has
pale
it,
rider.
Do you lose it if you
The
die?
chaos fulcrum strains even
No.
against the order of
Actually,
its
I
own
don't-
existence as it bends reality to devour rays from the first light.
I'm not exactly sure.
It's still trying to eat the original light.
That was a good opportunity for you to say, Ben, I've never died, so I don't know.
Well, I don't know since the change, since
Okay.
since they added the strategy time. Dude, that thing does look pretty cool though.
It
Look at
makes
this.
your reality rifts golden. Is that what happens?
I'm not sure because no one picked CK.
What? CK has 100% win rate in this tournament. Sample size at least 2.
Dude, look, it's just sucking in the light. This is a very... This is doing honor to the lore, is what I'm trying to say.
Doesn't that like buff Night Stalker then?
Yeah, it creates eternal darkness. And that is where the Stalker
Dude,
of
his
the Night
horse is cool too.
thrives.
What the heck horse does he have? That horse could like kill you with this thing on his head.
Oh,
It's a war
he's
horse,
about
dude.
to get...
Well, and as you say that, we're about to find out just how tanky that that horse is. No match for the Vampire Man, it
Lift
seems.
him up.
Quickly clawing through him and now running him down with the Sakuchi. An easy kill for Newbee. All the cosmetics in the world can't save Arteezy from RTO.
Okay, immediate smoke here from the EG side. Trying to set up that first blood well, not first blood, secondary kill.
Should be the first blood.
Killing the Druid man, get his bear.
Quick roll, quick miss. Now the run, but the Gale into Cold Feet. Oh, you ain't going anywhere, Bubba. Easy
Woo!
first blood.
At least he has his bear off cooldown.
Where was the self-deny with the bear, though?
Can you self-deny even though level 1 Gale does 0 damage?
I have no idea.
Oh wait,
I
no, they
believe
changed it. They changed it
so,
to 10
yeah.
damage a tick. JK. So the answer is yes.
Okay.
I
Thank
thought
you
you
for-
could do it even when it was 0.
Yeah, I
damage.
don't
It was like a
remember that.
weird mechanic and people complained about it, I thought.
People complain about everything.
So who's got the better tri-lane, guys? We're about to see some 3v3 action here.
Night Stalker's pretty hard to kill. And he's like, if they can get the Rubik, I think they can.
EG appear to think they have the upper hand here, and they try to work down Crit. They know Arteezy's too tanky. He drops low now. Sakuchi through. Big commitment for Mugi. Got to be careful, though, that Sakuchi is a pretty long cooldown at the early levels. So now that it's over, Zai can go toe-to-toe with him. And meanwhile, Faith being chased out. Arteezy, though, out of mana, doesn't have any other spells. Not going to be able to mango his way out of this just yet. Could use it now for a stun, but the Rubik is safely backing away.
That 2-second stun though. Kaka also does not actually have a stout shield, so not the tankiest in this lane. And Mugi went for boots first. What?
Swarm gonna clip on Arteezy. Can't go on him, too tanky.
Uh-oh. Another Gale, another kill? Is that how this is going to be? He pops that mango.
Oh, gets lifted.
Arteezy wants in. He gets lifted forward and into the waiting arms of EG. Arteezy is going to die. Now the turn. Mugi getting off a really nice Sakuchi. Multiple targets. A good boulder smash counterplay. Everybody's dying in this bottom lane. An absolute bloodbath. No deny. Mugi wants kills. He's out for blood. He's got the Sakuchi, but does he have the cojones to die
All
at
right.
this tower?
The creeps are definitely not the basketball. Like in that team fight, those 2 range creeps. They were the carries of that fight, man. They did so much damage.
Do you have a better analogy yet?
It's hard to... Creeps are such a unique sentinel being. It's a good thing.
I just want to read more about creep lore.
We'll do that later.
Oh. My place. 3 a.m.
Sure.
Let's go, baby.
With the beer in hand.
We can follow up with little manga.
Don't you mean monster?
Yes.
A monster beer.
What does it make the reality rift look like?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have not been dutifully paying attention to the important stuff. here.
Hello, he got these cosmetics for a reason. So you could ogle at them.
Oh, we're ogling all right.
Zai's level 3.
There is a lift on that Venomancer, but just wait for Arteezy. He's gonna smack once, do absolutely nothing during this fight. Watch his Veno die, that's about it. Did pick up a fresh mango, mind you.
I think CK is fairly weak in tri-lanes because he really needs levels. His level 1 stun's relatively weak.
By the way, in the mid lane, big dive coming out from Crit, but SCCC outplays him. Sumail can't really do much here to assist. Watches his friend die, but Sumail getting that extra bit of help is benefiting. Up to 21 and 12, already level 5 and change. Way ahead of SCCC. And there's going to be an Ice Blast available in short order. So that's the thing, is like this tri-lane may not have gone well initially in some regards, but it's going to be a 4v3 soon enough. The Ice Blast. Kaka comes in for the flank. He's going to make the move onto Arteezy. Arteezy has the stick charges. He'll pop it now, pulling Faith back into position. Faith dropping very low with the minus armor. Then the cast strike will end up falling. Now Mookie looking for the trade though. The swarm ticking in. Nobody killing off these bugs. Zai in danger. Zai down.
Man, swarm. One hell of a spell.
Here comes Sumail. He doesn't have that level 6. Hasted forward though. Haste is going to wear off.
2 times in a row now, Faith lifts up the CK, and I thought he's going to toss him away to save his life, but toss him just further away from Arteezy's tower and ensures the kill.
This is the dream,
big balls play.
The dream shrine here.
So he doesn't get value out of Reality Rift, dude.
I guess so.
Well, Newbee want to make the most of the darkness. They move up towards mid. Ganking into the lone druid's lane. Sumail is tantalizingly low, but Zai is there to break the smoke. He's ready for the maneuver. Unfortunately, Sumail still in danger. Flops out the Ice Blast, quickly dropping low. They haven't finished him off yet, though. Hits that fairy fire, deceptively tanky. Kaka tries to go back in from long range. He will barely grasp him with the Void, and now the root. SCCC wants to make it a 2-for-1 special. While this is happening, Kaka gets picked off by the poison on the retreat. Zai stays alive. Faith even comes in, wants to join the party.
That Icy Vortex actually makes it very hard for them to gank him.
Yep, the change of the AA actually getting movement speed when you walk past of your own.
KP got a solo kill top, and meanwhile bottom lane, Moogie, no time lapse yet, does have the Sakuchi coming through soon. He might be able to get 2 here with a follow-up Sakuchi.
Oh.
Gets 1, can die for Crit. Crit's in trouble, has no spells available right now. No, Kaka's going to clean up. 1 Mardo attack will do the trick. The fissure comes through. Universe doesn't have the echo, though. He's on the wrong side. Mookie makes it out.
That infused range drop, blocking the first nuke and then the shaker stun. Oh, so that's why you buy it, man.
They even forced this Universe TP. And they might try to make their move on him. He's got the echo, but somehow Moogie survives even through that slight aftershock. The fissure, though, he can't escape that. Kaka back for now. The Night Stalker doing work at his favorite time of day. EG's turn to smoke.
Looks like Faith TP'd in, trying to break a smoke. Look at his positioning. He knows what's happening.
Oh, that's a TI champ.
He knows it so well that he just wants to show off.
You take the smoking.
Smoke certainly broken at that. Here comes the rolling boulder. Connects, even catches KP as well. This Clockwork wanted to make things happen. He will do so with the hook shot, as well as the battery. So Sumail's in trouble now. Root to follow. Gets off the Ice Blast, though. That forces KP up and away. Meanwhile, SCCC praying for another root. Not going to get it, though. The bear gets dealt with. Sumail survives. This AA is so tanky already. Very difficult to finish off. Kaka, not able to stop him from tasting the shrine.
So as a mid AA, do you just get a Midas? Or do you go like quick Veilers or something?
I think you get Midas.
He usually goes more offense. I see him get Veil, I believe.
I thought he got, well, he definitely got a Midas at some point, the mid-A game. I don't know if, I can't remember if it was his first item, though.
He's going Power Trust now. Because I would imagine you want a quick 4-staff, right, against this team, against the Clockwork. So I just wonder the order of the item purchase.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Last time he went Midas Treads.
Okay.
Pike Mjolnir.
He was owning a lot harder that game than this one, though. He got a solo kill on a Shadow Fiend, hitting level 6 before him. That was against Clutch, actually, right? I think it was.
Correct on all counts.
Ice Blast bottom.
Dire scan. Timed roughly as this Ice Blast comes in. Meanwhile, KP, he is on the move. Has the phase boots picked up. Now got a smoke. And again, it's onto the Ancient Apparition they want to go. This tower is nearly in death range, so if they can get this kill, likely they can force the tower down. Big opportunity, KP looking to make the jump, and it's onto the Ancient Apparition, finds him too.
Oh, the
Battery
silence.
Assault coming through. The silence is there, though. He wasn't quick enough, sadly, so Crit not able to save Sumail, but he might bring KP down with him, rolling forward to try and secure it. Now has to hope, pray that there's no root, and his prayers are not answered. The frog frowns on you today, Crit. And on your tower too, which is almost certainly next on the list.
Such a good silence from Crit.
He got off the Battery Assault first, though, unfortunately.
Yep.
But still, because the cog was late, the Clockwork had to chase under the tower range. And thus they got the clock kill in return.
So 14 to 10, pretty sizable lead opening up here for Newbee now as the Lone Druid Midas is about to come out. The first nighttime, a rousing success. And the Weaver, who was off lane, doing pretty damn well in his own regard. Mugi actually the leader in net worth. What is next for EG as they try to get back in this game? What is going to be the fuel for their comeback, guys?
Well, CK is one of those heroes that's he's just very bad at farming. He has no creep clear, and he just has no sustain. I guess sometimes you can build armor on him, but they need to get him involved in fights and get him some levels. His talents are like decent, but nothing super good, I think, until later on into the game.
I think you just wait for the Shaker Blink, which Universe pretty much has right now. You have a Blast, Shaker.
Oh, Kaka, he's flown up the wrong cliff. EG greet him with welcoming arms and a volley of poison. Down he'll go. However, it's now Crit's turn to roll in a bit too far, and looks like it's his turn to give up a kill. The raindrops, not enough. He will go down.
Be careful. There is an Observer Ward on the high ground. Sumail could get hookshot over here.
There is an Echo Slam on Universe with a Blink Dagger, but it hasn't arrived just yet. Still on the courier flying out. EG would love to ambush them. They're all grouped up. This could be a big opportunity. Will they seize it? Universe, look for the Ice Blast, look for the Echo. He comes in, he gets the dunk. It's really only on Faith, but man, did they ever shatter him. Rubik down. He's going to pay for this with his life. In comes Crit. Doesn't have the Magnetize just yet, sad to say. And EG getting outgunned here. Now on the run. Another root. Could get another kill, but now RTZ arriving to the fray. He's chosen Kaka as his target. A very tanky Night Stalker who does have stick charges, does have an urn. Good cogs by KP, gets him back to safety. Meanwhile, Mugi carving up the backlines. We'll find the crit kill. Might even be thinking of more. Newbee are just rampaging all over EG right now.
Oh man, if that blink had come out 1 second sooner from him, like he was trying to get there as quickly as he could, but he was just a tiny bit too late to that fight.
Could have been a big opportunity. The other thing was the Ice Blast only hit like one hero because he was so close to them.
I think you pretty much have to use that combo, the Ice Blast Echo, on the Weaver.
The Weaver is getting really big though. He is left unchecked because they just don't have good control for him.
Right, like he just, all he has to do is sit back in the fight, wait for Shaker to do his stuff, because once Shaker is out, I don't think there's enough control.
They have the ES silence if they can chain that into a Chaos Knight stun. But
Universe, great opportunity for him to jump in, or so it seemed, but unfortunately Newbee at 4 bottom. Got a good fissure on 2, nice enchant totem, but then Sumail, in his efforts to help him, may have died yet again. The net worth slipping away. KP goes in a bit deeper, lobs out the Ice Blast, not going to connect. Sumail down once more, and EG being routed in the back as Mugi chases for it. Zai has to back away. Crit 2.
I mean,
next
look at
on the
this
list,
Weaver.
they're just diving from target to target, chewing EG apart. Crit gets chewed to bits.
This is like that last SAT math question, you know? There's just no answer. You just
What?
There is no answer for this Weaver.
what an analogy.
I'm speechless. There's always an answer on the SAT, Lumi. It's multiple choice.
Yeah, but if you guess it wrong, don't you lose points, right? That's
I think they changed that actually.
changed it?
I think there's no
they dumb it down now?
penalty for guessing now. They dumb it
My
down.
skill cap, guys. My SAT skill cap.
There's just no answer. Good stuff.
Oh, this has been truly a pleasure. Lumi the Luminary.
All right, so Mel takes 60 GPM. Did he do that in the other game too?
I think so.
Can we have a look?
Oh,
at
I
it?
have that up right here, bro.
All right.
Don't you worry.
We got
It
the
is
facts.
a plus 8% spell amplification.
Ah.
So I guess it's just if you're winning / losing kind of thing. He needs to catch up, I guess.
Well, he's poor and he doesn't have Midas,
And
and
he
he has to
needs
go
that 4-step.
4-step first because the
Clockwork.
Clockwork.
Yeah.
Dude, Clockwork owned their lineup. I don't actually think they expected him to pick it. You mentioned that, yeah, it's not a combination with an Ice Stalker, but Safe Lane
It's
versus
just so
Earthshaker
good
is
against
so
everything
good.
else.
Yeah.
And he had a strong 1v1 start as well as crit.
Okay.
Making his move, commits pretty heavily here onto SCCC. The Magnetize does an okay amount of damage, but now RTZ finds himself trapped within. This is looking like a pretty bad situation for the Cast Knight. Gallops away, sucking in all the light. But Newbee, they don't need light, they feast on darkness. That's why they picked Night Stalker. Well, Faith stealing the Plague Wards. Unfortunately, they are only, well, they were only level 1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But will be a great spell still as the game moves along.
Top tower is under attack.
Gotta get that level 1 no field. That value point, 10%. So good. I believe it already saved him already. I believe it has already saved him.
Well, if Arteezy's going to lose, at least he's going to look pretty spectacular doing so.
Not worth.
Hey, Chaos Knight has won a TI, you know?
Yeah.
How many heroes were in a... How many heroes can claim that? They're TI champs. It's a pretty short list.
Yeah, I guess at max 60, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some overlap.
60?
TI6?
I'm talking about... Oh, no, I meant like just in the,
Oh, just
the
one?
deciding game.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well,
Because they're the ones that get immortalized. You know,
Yeah.
all the other guys are just understudies.
Well, 5 times 6, right? So 30
Yeah.
at max.
Did CK really win, or is it the Wisp?
He's in the... He was immortalized.
He's in
Ben.
that picture, you know?
Yeah, Valve made a very
Yeah.
special homage to him.
Well, Arteezy has not played the hero very often. He only has 17 4-second stuns on his inscribed diabolic aspect.
Is that his or crits? They swapped, right?
I'm not sure.
Radiant's bottom tower
I'm gonna give Crit the credit.
I don't know how cosmetics work with that. Maybe once they get 4 staffs on the side of EG, they can actually deal with the Clockwork a little bit. But right now, they're having trouble surviving the initial cog initiation.
Yep. I still think that it's pretty dangerous for Newbee to take these fights under tower because if they get a good like 2-man Echo Slam into a 3-man Ice Blast, I still think EG could win fights.
Oh, this is a big dive by Mr. Crit. He really wants to commit for this one, and then he meets the Weaver. Nasty little bug. Nasty creature.
He is so fat on Weaver. Oh my goodness.
He did have a DD there, just for clarity.
But
he doesn't
is-
actually two-shot him,
He's
but
still. His net worth is way higher.
Yep. And he's not one of those Weavers like, hey, I'm going to spend 5k into an item that
Yeah,
gives me
he's-
10 damage. You know, he's actually like battling.
That is probably one of the most inefficient damage per gold
is under
items on a Weaver.
What is?
Lincoln's.
Oh. This would... it's not a great Lincoln's game anyway.
Plus you get 15 damage, Lumi.
Sorry. 15 stats, yeah.
Here comes the initiation. Looking for Faith up top. They get the quick crit. They get the quick kill. EG, they did have to commit pretty heavily for that. A little smoke, but they'll take it. Maybe they can take a tower too.
Do you reality rift for this tower, though? That's a no.
You mean Phantasm?
Yeah. Sorry, fantastic.
That'd be sick if you could just start reality rifting
Oh
their
my
towers.
God. Move their
afterwards.
towers.
Oh man.
New
That should be the
Ag's idea.
that should be the Ags upgrade. Yeah,
His Ags is pretty weak.
I would call it fairly dumpster tier. Not
Probably-
Gurg dumpster.
What exactly, Zach? You make more illusions? Is
You
that
can
it?
cast it on other people.
Oh, right.
I believe it's only other allies, though.
KP is the trade as they find a 1-for-1 mid. EG looking for the Echo follow-up. They're going to commit onto Kaka. He's so damn tanky. He eats the Echo. He lives through it. Now Mugi sees the Universe out of mana. He might try to dive this. They're even going to blow the Poison Nova. Anything toward this Weaver away, but they cannot. stop him. The onslaught continues.
If they don't throw everything on Mugi in the beginning, I don't see EG winning the fight, like ever. Is that a too hard of a like easy conclusive statement?
I mean, Mugi's he's going BKB now. I guess if you get the perfect Echo boulder smash chain stun, maybe.
I think if you have 4 stabs, you can do it. But they're still pretty light on the 4 stabs. I think they have only 1 right now. Earthshaker is building 1. So just need to kite him a little bit, maybe kill his teammates. But I think the problems are going to start mounting once the Lone Druid gets his Radiance. We haven't really talked about Lone Druid that much, but he is second in net worth, farming away while his buddy UU9 does all the lifting. And they're about to switch roles.
And that Radiance burn is pretty much going to be effective against everybody except the CK in terms of like a damage output aspect. And then you got the Weaver on you. Windows closing fast, man.
What other opportunities can they get here? Ancient Apparition is going for the Ags next. Trying to look for that one big team fight that will boost them back into the lead. However, I think Newbee are very content with farming. They do have the Midas up. That is a, what, 1-0 Midas advantage on the side of Newbee, on the bear.
Oh, if you have the Midas advantage, everyone knows.
Well, yeah, the
can't
Midas
lose.
and the gold advantage.
Oh, missed the hook shot. Doesn't
Ooh.
matter. Then you know he's farmed. Burst the Shaker basically the time it takes to complete a teleport animation. Now Newbee going to set up some aggressive wards here. They're playing well around the Night Stalker. Not just finding the kills, but then seizing map control. Zai tries to carve out a little home for himself mid. We'll see how long that actually lasts.
They're going for double pipes, it looks like. One on the Night Stalker, one on the Clockwork. So, say goodbye to your Ice Vortex, say goodbye to Venomancer. Oh, do that much. Oh, wait. KP's kind
Is
of
this an
low.
opening? Kaka's there though. He sees all. He knows all. And he wants Arteezy. At least for now. Oh, this is bad. Radiance online. The time to fight for Newbee is now, and they're going to make their move towards the pit. The Ice Blast on cooldown. Sumail for a few seconds gets pulled back in, right? Into trouble, perhaps, as the bear roasts him. Is going to finish him off. The Ice Blast ineffective. Not really hitting much. Faith stays alive in the pit, and Mugi cleaning up on the back lines. Now Universe fishing for the opening. He finds the multiple hero fissure. Arteezy going for the armlet toggle. Ain't going to happen. Newbee make a 3, and they want a 4th. Hook was having a little shot there, but Universe is able to dodge it at least.
It's really hard when Earthshaker doesn't set up the fight for them or Earth Spirit. They need like a big setup like that so they can hit multiple with Gale, with the Ice Blast, with Venom ulti. They're not really being able to connect with all their AoE abilities. The AoE abilities just aren't value when you aren't hitting that many people.
But it's really hard for Shaker to do that when he's up against Night Stalker and
Flare,
Clockwork.
Radiance Bear. There's all these. Even the Weaver's a big issue now in terms of
Got
being
the
in
Swarm,
second
too.
initiation.
And,
Yeah,
and he
Swarm.
could just be in your backlines with the Sages, no problem.
Okay, here comes the setup on the bottom side.
Kaka will probably be brought down here. Universe has to commit that Echo. Is even that enough? This guy just won't die. All right, don't get him, but pretty big ultimate expended there. That's 2 minutes without the Echo.
Still bot pipe.
I think Newbie see that, and they're like, great, we'll just go push a tower now. You're not defending that without Echo Slam.
Oh, CK.
That's
Jesus, he is squishy.
Yep. He's so far behind right now.
I thought I'd have time to think of a smarmy remark, but I didn't.
Last team fight, Faith still.
What? You went Orchid? What?
Who did?
Weaver.
Radiant's top tower
Okay.
is under attack.
Who's that for?
Why
I
Orchid?
don't actually know.
That's Triple C, just getting blown
For
up on
Bloodthorn,
him.
I guess?
That's a big pickoff for EG.
Yeah, usually you see people get the Chrysalis first, though.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
It's
top
not
tower
terrible against CK, I guess.
Hey, Universe, how you doing, buddy? Hookshot lift combination from Newbee. Nets them a quick kill on the Shaker. They did lose their Lone Druid earlier, bottom, while that was happening, so EG Nice combo there.
Moogie's hitting the T3 though.
I don't know who's going to stop him from doing this. EG need the ultimate in chain stun to bring him down.
I mean, he has Aegis, so
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it is Bloodthorn coming next for Moogie. There's no evasion. Yeah, there's actually no evasion.
Just to help his team burst people down, I suppose.
I wonder if Deso would just be like better, especially when you're just thinking about high ground.
I think Bloodthorn scales a lot better, though.
I mean, one is like a 7,000 go item, one's like a 4,000 go, right? So
Well, one prevents a lot of the Bloodthorn. You mainly get it for the silence, right? Not the damage. You're
Right.
comparing a damage item to a utility item, so clearly he wants the silence.
He wants
right?
utility, okay.
So what's the utility for? Stopping CK from casting his ultimate. I think that's a big deal. Stopping Venom from casting ultimate before he dies. Also think it's a big deal. Prevents Earthshaker from getting Earthshaker and Earth Spirit from getting off their combos. Also pretty useful. It's just not your tip. Like it's not like he's versus a Storm or something.
right.
But it's still. Like, if they can't cast their spells, they are going to get crushed because they don't have any good right clickers on their team. Chaos Knight, especially not good when he can't cast Phantasm.
And it's still like relatively early enough where it's hard for EG to have to go to itemize a counter for it.
Yeah,
Because
because they
they're
all
so
went for
poor.
BKBs.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, they all went for 4 staffs,
Yeah.
so that doesn't actually allow you to cast your spells.
Well, another tower for Mr. Moogie. Finds himself 4,500 gold ahead of Sumail and far farther ahead, I should say, against his counterpart in the Chaos Knight.
Is it ever
Wait,
a good sign?
Wait, are they going 3 pipes? I think they might be going 3 pipes.
Who's going the third?
The
Bear?
Lone Druid.
I think it's
Sure,
just a
why
casual
not?
cloak, right?
You know, Sumail has an eggs.
Isn't that pretty common to have a casual cloak on a 100?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, why not? But it's not like anyone's doing physical damage with their team.
I mean, there are a such thing as too many pipes, right?
Is there?
Not
Is
this
there
game.
a point?
Dude, they have 4 heroes that are all magic
You got 2 pipe and no fuel already. Isn't that like?
But they have no other source of damage. Like Chaos Knight's
I
not
mean,
going to do anything.
CK. Okay, CK's building blame now. Never
He's
mind.
just going to get destroyed in these fights.
Oh my God, Rubik's buying a hood. Okay, all right. Maybe we're gonna.
I think Mass Pipes is great. You've got
Alright.
Ancient Burst
Yeah.
all magic damage, Shaker all magic damage, Veno all magic damage, Earth Spirit all magic damage. Pipe is the ultimate solution.
I think the only way it would be better if we're like Venom were position 1 instead of position 4. Then Pipe would be even more value. But it's still, given their lineup, I think it's really
get
good.
5 pipes.
Why not?
I don't think 5 pipes
Well,
would be a mistake.
Not Weaver.
Yeah, Weaver.
Yeah,
has
no,
time
Weaver
for
should
that.
have pipe. Backpack that thing.
Or Bear could get Pipe on himself and on his Bear. That would still be 5
that would be
Pipe.
five.
That's the play.
Hey yo.
He is going for AC, not pipe.
That is very disappointing.
Well, what about Rubik?
He has a hood.
So what is their actual magic resistance? He has 56%. Do we have anyone with magic resist talents? It looks like Clockwork can get it at 20. I don't know if he's going to get it though, because it's not very good. But this game,
This is a
This
pretty
game, I think you
desperate
get it.
smoke by EG. No vision. 4 missing while mid is getting pushed in, top and bottom, past the river. They are just praying that somebody on Newbee gets sloppy. Nothing happening just yet. They'll at least get some wards down as a result of this foray. But will they find a kill? The Night Stalker's out in front, but with a completed pipe as well as the point booster. By the time they kill him, Newbee might have brought their entire family back. Sumail will reveal himself and Kaka backs away.
well, at least Kaka did drop him the Observer Ward as soon as he saw a hero. Just trying to feel out this smoking. I think he's played a little bit safe. EG did try and smoke around the 5-minute Aegis expiration timing, hoping to catch out a big kill like Moogie into a T1 in mid, but there will be no such result, and EG will have to find another way. But what are their ways to get back into the game versus Mass Pipes? Farmed Arteezy.
TZ is got a long road if he wants to be the most farmed man in the game.
Is it too late for Midas for Arteezy?
Yes,
It's never too late.
because this game is going to end before Midas is
Yep.
going to pay for itself.
Get the Midas, get the gold per minute talent, you know?
If he makes it to the go per talent.
Easy comeback. You doubt RTO?
I don't know.
Here we go. Starts it off with the stun, but Faith is one step ahead of him with the Force Staff. No chance. Aka's gonna find him now, gets that silence off. Are they gonna prep with a hook here? KP is thinking about it.
You know, EG's high ground defense is like pretty decent, I think.
Trying to make their opening happen on the clockwork, but Mugi sneaks in from the side. Universe commits, finds the Echo. Now the Enchant Totem follow-up, it gets interrupted. Mugi's able to BKB. He time-lapses all the damage off, and now EG. Time to go home, my friends. Clock hook off the mark there. Just tickles his buddy. Gonna be well disengaged.
He is so vulnerable.
If you do it perfectly.
How long was the CK stun?
It was pretty low.
Was it 1?
I think it was,
I think it was
one. I think it was 1.
I saw 1. I was like, what? He only has level 3 Chaos Bolt? He does only have level 3 Chaos Bolt.
Well, that's about to change, and then the comeback might commence.
If they did have a 2-second stun there, he might have died. He was really close to being shattered.
Yeah, he had the Ice Blast effect on him, so
Yeah.
I think he would have died there.
He BKB'd very early, and it was quite slow to time-lapse as the roll-in happens on the mid lane. KP getting caught out here as the clockwork. He's overstayed his welcome, and EG are there to punish. Just need a few more of those to get back in this game. Down 18,000 gold at 30 minutes. But Mugi, next on the list perhaps. Universe is there, doesn't have the Echo, Enchant Totem comes through, Sumail with the cold feet, and they will kill him off. He had the time-lapse, didn't use it. Down he goes. Didn't expect.
Oh, look, it's Light of Heaven pinging out shrines. I'm telling you.
Alright, well, is there something special about this?
I
shrine?
don't know, but every day I cast with him, he is pinging out some shrines.
Oh, you cast with him?
No, like, you know, being in the same game.
I want to
same
hear the
level.
Lumi Light of Heaven cast. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about.
The chain feed is happening.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Newbie, please. Now, why is the chain feed happening? Is there a good reason for it?
Trying to #1.
Poke is there, but Universe ready with the fissure. Catches out 3, and Arteezy makes it away to safety. Looks like he's gone.
Just getting sloppy. I think it's not too much more than that. They could have just easily banded together in between the spawn, in between the Aegis and next Roshan, but they decided to get greedy, farm out a little bit, and instead they have wasted about 6,000 of their almost 20,000 gold lead off the back of the Weaver kill. The Weaver, 1,000 gold, that did go to Universe too.
Yep.
So Universe is going to go into a Shadow Blade, and will have a much easier time versus the Clock and the Night Stalker now.
This game, though, to me, is all on Universe, right? All those kills that they got is because the Shaker was able to set up. So I think those opportunities will get more and more limited as the Axe gets finished on the...
Throwback to TI5, perhaps? Universe looking for that $250,000 Echo. Newbee are not giving it to him, though.
They can just pop one of the 3 hoods or pipes.
Well,
keep
make
at
sure
it.
you use at least one of them, then ideally more. Roche about half health. EG, they've cut this lead by about 7,000 or so.
Whose ward is that in the pit? Is that Rubik's or Venos?
I think Rubik has it.
Okay.
Oh no, he doesn't right now.
All right, Rubik's wards would not have any cosmetics, and then Venos will look different.
So who is bold enough to take this Roche? It is daytime right now, but there's darkness available.
Let's say Newbee goes in here, they get wiped, they give away the Aegis and the tier 2. Do you think they lose the game off of this? No, right?
It's definitely at best it's like an even game at that point, I think.
Yeah, but then at that point you have 3 pipes and CKs. Okay, hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Arteezy will get hooked and now pushed away by the Conks. They take this Chaos Knight out of the picture and they turn back for the Veno. Locking Zide out. The Orchid pays off. No poison over this fight, and now EG on the run. No buyback either on the Venomancer. Should be a big opening. They chew through Arteezy, dragging it back. Universe there. The Echo Slam not really on point. Won't get too much done. They will bring Faith down. Good Conks again by KP, pushing him back in a way. They need to finish off Arteezy though. Arteezy somehow made it back through this. Armlet toggling his way to freedom, it seems. The Spirit Bear not there. KP baited in and will go down. The Spirit Bear was busy trying to kill off other heroes. Still a 3-for-2 overall. And Moogie and SCCC are alive with Kakad there as the bulwark of the front lines.
You can see just how hard these fights are for Newbee to take, though. They don't. That wasn't even a great echo from Universe. I believe he just hit the
bear, I
Spirit.
think.
The Bear and maybe like one other hero.
And this is with like a 13,000 net worth lead. And Newbee still almost lost the fight.
Guys, as the action heats up here in EG versus Newbee, also be aware OG versus IG is starting the draft over on Beyond the Summit 2 if you want to check that out. But hold that thought because this Roche is dropping low. EG want to contest. They have the Poison Nova with the Veil. Newbee have to respect that, though. The Echo is down. Universe has the Shadow Blade. Could go for the roundabout here. Trying to sneak his way in. Sentries slowly being chipped down by these pesky Plague Wards.
Playing Ward Wars versus Veno is no fun.
Unless you have your own Plague Wards.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can't kill the ward. He just pops down his Serpent Wards and you just run away. And what do you do?
Yeah, Faith needs to steal it, ideally. It's proven tough, though. Quick little boulder smash, but meanwhile, KP finding the opening. He's caught two. Perhaps a bit too much for him to chew down on himself, but it will buy them time as they think about finishing the Roche. Newbee, not entirely sure what they want to focus on here. They're going to turn back for Arteezy. The Ice Blast comes out. Moogie's going to skedaddle away from that, and Kanka going to continue pursuit. Apparently, I want to do a little shopping. Newbee, meanwhile, with the Cog pushback, going to find Zai. And maybe Universe can still make something happen here. He's lurking under cover of Shadowblade. A rocket jabs him. And meanwhile, SCCC fighting his own war against RTC Crit. But Crit is going to get away. For Staff first to Root. Oh, not good. SCCC spent the whole fight like chasing the Earth Spirit, it looked like.
He also had his bear on the
Okay.
fight too, so it was worth it, I would say, for him.
Yeah, Universe not given the opening to walk into that Roche pit.
Aegis on Moogie, Cheese on Clock.
Faith, Echo, has the hood, gets it off. KP coming in with a little bit of support. Cheese available. Le fromage. So they got Aegis, guys. It's a good step for Newbee. What's next?
Kill Ancient Apparition first in the fight. So look at his net worth. His net worth is very high. And he has 400 health and a 30 health regen, so you can't really leave him alive in the fights, especially when he's whacking away with the Mjolnir.
It's not a particularly mobile hero.
Yeah, he isn't. You should be able to kill him very easily. I think like the ease of killing versus the damage output he can do is
I wouldn't say he's that easy to kill. Like when you're being gone on, you just vortex on your feet and you just zoom.
I think if you defuse him, he should die.
I mean, he also has a 4-staff, right? Like
Yep.
he's not the 5-position AA that you could just pop in 2 hits. I think he's deceptively tanky.
Just pop all your pipes, BKB, and run at him. Kill
Good
that
plan.
ice cream cone. Kill him!
And also, if you go on him, he's not going to get a great Ice Blast off, too, because he'll be in melee range. And
Right.
it's really difficult to hit a good one when you're that close.
Up a pipe.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
KP, giving them the vision here. Lobs in that rocket. So let me ask you guys. Let's say EG really performs poorly at TI. Any chance of Arteezy back to Secret? We haven't had this conversation in a while because they've been doing well pretty consistently, but Arteezy does not have a strong track record at TI.
I mean, LeBron took him a couple of years before he won his
But he came back eventually, right? Well, isn't EG LeBron's, or isn't it Arteezy's Cleveland though? It's like his home.
I'm just saying Arteezy's too good of a player to not win a TI before he retires.
Really?
Don't you think so?
You think Arteezy is the LeBron of Dota?
Is that an unfair comparison?
I don't know. I don't think anyone can really be the LeBron of Dota, but Newbee They want to kill Sumail anyway, and they'll move on to this Ancient Apparition. Moogie jumping forward with the BKB. Just mans up. Takes care of the Ice Cream Cone. Dire Courier also went down in the midst of that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Had the AC on it. Kind of hurts. Arteezy's trying to muster the defenses here. He'll send Phantasm down to the south, but that leaves not a whole lot to deal with the north, and that's where the real incursion comes from Newbee. Working on crit in the trees. He's almost dead to the swarm. He will fall on the way out. Earth Spirit down. Insta buyback. Arteezy there. Trying to clean up with what remains of his army. They've got another life here to work with on the Weaver. And
Instant time.
we'll try to get out of there. Not going to happen, though. Perfect chain stun by EG. But this bottom lane was absolutely butchered by the bear.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Axe
okay.
bear, yeah.
Yeah, Arteezy sent his whole like army of Phantasm illusions to try and deal with that, but
Can you just Savage Roar them and just keep going?
I guess so, yeah. Also, he kind of needed them top to fight, so.
Still pretty good. Veno did a lot of damage that fight. He ulted very, very late when all the BKBs were down and when Rubik was already dead. I think, who bought back that fight? Just Earth Spirit? Looks like it.
Bear down.
This bear is very far. I did not expect SCCC to have this much net worth relative to
Yeah,
Weaver.
he actually has a completed AC as well as 1100 gold, but the courier died last fight. Are they good at dealing with the bear later on, though? I mean, Sumail is getting some serious damage items here.
3 charges of Cold Feet. It's pretty good. Oh,
I think they're good against the bear if you're more of a static siege, like bear is coming up from the low ground trying to hit your building. They're not good against the bear if he's like ratting around. Like
Yeah,
the
I
heroes
agree.
are not mobile enough for that, and they don't do enough on their own.
Yep. That's precisely why he got the egg, I think.
And they also have the Weavers. They've got 2 that can effectively rat here. Putting Sumail on base defense, of course. He's itemized for this with the Mjolnir. He was prepared. Let's not forget EG beat Mega Creeps once. They can do it again.
This makes like Mjolnir never a bad item. You either win with it or you get Mega.
And then you get to farm with it.
And then you get to farm with it. You're always prepared.
Mjolnir every game. If Tortellini is listening, you put it in the build.
That's like yesterday when Parker was playing Zeus. He got the Arc Lightning talent instead of the Lightning Bolt talent.
What was the reasoning?
He didn't know the actual build.
Oh.
And then I said, well, when you get Mega, the Arc Lightning talent is really good for base defense.
And you're probably going to get Mega because you've gone for the Arc Lightning.
And he did get Mega.
Yeah.
And then he lost.
Oh.
It's
Weird.
only his first form. Getting Mega.
His first one.
They found him.
Oh, that's a gem.
Kaka in trouble here.
Wait.
Pipe number 1.
Still
Has the
alive.
Rubik protecting him. Stay alive. KP's not going to be able to save him. They never actually went for multiple fights. We talked so much about it. It's just all these casual hoods.
Yeah, what about the team play, yo? What about that inside aura?
Radiant's top
Oh,
tower
sorry.
is under attack.
Not on my watch.
Shaker finds another one.
Ah, it's found as Triple C. Pretty big kill with the Echo. Might have the damage, but really has to respect the Weaver here. His crit gets put on his heel, silenced up after the Purge, instantly dealt with. The Weaver, the real hitter at this point. EG are trying to fight though. Arteezy has that double damage rune going to work on KP. The Blade Mail though is ruining Arteezy. He keeps on smacking him. He's lost 2/3 of his health already. Can he deal with the Weaver? He chews now through Faith, but not going to get the kill. Blinking up to the high ground and trying to turn this as Universe, but Faith there with the swag play, stole the Chaos Bolt, uses it against him. Now slowly being roasted by the Radiance Burn. Tries to juke, and juke he will, at
Wait,
least
they
for
know?
now. But Moogie's got the scent. Swarm's ready in 5.
They know where he is, but they just can't get
He's
him.
out.
Yep, he's out.
Great jukes by Universe.
And also in the meantime, AA sniped the Lone Druid with the ulti and ended up killing him.
I mean, the bear is still working because he's got Axe, so
Yeah.
no problem.
He prepared for this.
Everybody evolving to their final forms right now.
All you need to do is die.
I feel so previous level right now. So much to learn.
You just prepare for the worst case scenario in every game.
Assume your team will suck in every game. Oh, this is a big opening though. BKB? Time lapse?
Yeah.
Never mind. This Weaver is very unkillable, it seems.
Not if they get an Orchid on Earthshaker.
The classic Orc Shaker.
That is the item that they need. And then next they need Lotus Orbs on Newbee if they anticipate this coming, which you might see now that Earthshaker has the Oblivion Staff in his inventory, but I don't know if they caught wind of it. Well, definitely now they have. So they should prepare for this and maybe go for less greedy items. Looks like Rubik is going to go for an Ags. Clockwork going for something with a Talisman. I guess a Halberd?
Disarm, yeah.
The Halberd's not very useful here. I guess maybe versus AA. That will be the day when I see an AA
getting Halberd, yeah.
I mean, who else would you Halberd?
I mean, not
Not-
Well, I think you just
Not
get
the Chaos
Lotus.
Knight.
Yeah.
You get Lotus so you can save your Weaver. I don't know, man. This game's still pretty dicey.
EG has a really good high ground lineup.
Yeah, they just have to be able to hold 2 lanes at once. I think it kind of sucks for SECC that the rack that he did get was in the bottom lane, not in the mid, or else it would be a lot easier for him to split push. But still, bottom lane does make it pretty easy for him to have easy access to T4s, but no longer unhealable damage. SCCC is a sad bear today.
I think Newbee should definitely wait for Faith to finish his Ags before the next like push or whatever. Getting like Veno ult on Ags, getting AA Blast, oh my god.
How much do you think he regrets not getting the 60 GPM?
I think it's actually pretty comparable because
It is.
it helps you like hit creeps and
So,
stuff.
so not. Has he hit that many creeps though? I don't feel like I've seen him.
It's more that he's just been dying. Like, if you're dead, you can't hit creeps, and the GPM is just better. And he's been dead a lot of times.
Newbie going for the Roche here. It's dropping quickly. EG, no sign of contest.
Good luck getting the jump when Night Stalker has eggs.
And Newbie do have a pretty overwhelming vision advantage in these fights at nighttime. Other item progression. KP's gotten an Ags. Been a while since I've seen a Clockwork farm an Eggs.
Alright, Sumeo's got a Daedalus. It's been a while since I've seen Daedalus because it's always Bloodthorns, you know?
He's almost
That's
25
true. That's
too.
kind of a forgotten item. Comes Newbie.
Oh, his T3's almost certainly dead.
The bear is sneaking around to the south side. The tower drops. Newbie zeroing in on a second lane of Rax, and EG looking to make their stand right here, right now. KP starts it off, gets a great cog pushback after the fissure. Now looking to counterplay it. Universe comes in with the Echo Slam. He does manage to bring down Faith, but it seems like the rest are fine. Next slide, please, as Newbie appear to be the ones who come out on the happier side of that. They'll force out the AA buyback, but maybe Arteezy can turn this around. He's got the whole army of Chaos Knights, and those will bring this Weaver down once. Can they do it a second time? Does have the time lapse. No BKB, though. Tries to Sakuchi away. The Ice Blast, it looks like, was clipping him along with the Cold Feet. Combine it up with the Gale Slow, and he will make it back. EG, they give pursuit, but they cannot run him down. He has that Super Sakuchi. He will make it out.
750.
Meanwhile, the bear suicided for the melee Rex mid.
This is how you deal with that big wombo combo.
This game,
Bulldog it out.
you could actually get the 35% magic resistance.
I think this
on the
game
Weaver.
is supposed to get the 35 match resist, right?
Is he? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't think he would have escaped if he had regular Shikuji though. But he
Maybe.
might have not.
Maybe he wouldn't need it to see.
I think he would have died anyway. So even with 35% magic resist.
It's a really good game for that talent, though. But I think
Yeah.
the Sakuchi is better if you just purely want to rat, you know?
Got melee racks. Still pretty good.
Can't argue with the results too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they're not really focusing, but the 35% magic resist would buy them more time to rat with the Blow Druid Bear.
Yeah.
So it's.
Well, another
This
way to
is
see it is the 35%, or sorry, the Sakuchi move speed allows you to give up your boots, and you don't feel like that bad about it in the late game
Yeah, that's a good point.
because, I mean, he's still got some slots.
I think of all the games that I've seen Weaver at 25, this is probably the hardest one that I've seen with the decision between 35% and movement speed. Because I almost always see the movement speed, but this game's like, yeah, Magic is pretty good here. Like, Trolls is taken very often, but I guess his alternative is pretty dumpster.
They're going to fight Ortiz mid, silence him up. Try to bait EG out, and Universe is out. At least for now. He's pretty aggressively postured here. He's going to blink away. Was trying to maybe bait Newbee in, it looks like.
No point in fighting during the day. If you're a newbie, you could easily lose after getting wiped right now.
Look at this. Arteezy has
He's
almost
fat.
5,000 health
Yeah.
with his armlet enabled.
Yep. Spell immunity or 20% CDR.
That's crazy. He only has 22k net worth, but it feels like way more than that as Mugi finds the opening, dives onto Sumail, but actually hasn't killed anyone off yet. No, never mind that. The auto attacks come in. A little bit laggy, but we'll finish off Universe. Now the root follow-up as Triple C looking for Sumail. He'll lock him down, finish him off. That's no Ancient Apparition for 2 minutes. Very difficult to come back from here. They do bring down S-Triple-C. Universe holding on, but that Aghanim Bear just can't be dealt with for a while. Finally, the clubbing happens. And we'll finish it off. One last enchant totem. Arteezy starting to heat up in despite pulling in KP, bringing him low. Not finishing him off, though. They silence. They control now the BKB from Kaka. He can only tickle this Chaos State. Armlet toggle. Stay alive, at least for now. Man's up. No! The Night Stalker with the help of Mugi finishes him off. And now Zai on the run, slithering back to the Weaver as he rejoins the fight. Gets caught by the fissure here. Does still have the time lapse. Uses it. Disengages. Heads to the south. Still wants to go on Zai. They did get almost got the melee rack. So Mugi is going to commit for this. He knows there's no echo. There's not enough chain stun to bring him down. Arteezy forced to buy back. Now Mugi on the retreat. Very low on mana here on the Shaker. Good silence by Mugi. Continues to back away. Sneaking his way to safety. So now the mid-ranged at 12 health. The top-ranged exposed. And EG on the verge of being mega.
SCCC died very early on in the fight. He underestimated EG's lineup, and he was like, okay, AA said I'm fine, because he had the cheese. And then he had AA blasted and then just couldn't pop the cheese and just died. While his whole team was way far behind, but he just honed in on that melee Rex because he knew that AA was in the grave for 120 with no buyback.
Yeah, I think that was his play though, to suicide for the Rex.
He didn't kill the Rex though.
Well, we're brought it low enough for the Weaver.
I think
to-
he could have just sat back, just waited for his team. If he didn't have AA blast, I think he could have easily popped cheese, and then it would be
I see.
probably game over at this point. But EG still have a small fighting chance as they do have 2 Rex left. But as
I mean,
mentioned, it's just the range.
Is there anything stopping Newbee from essentially throwing their lives at these Raxus at this point?
No.
Not really.
Yeah, I think the game is
It should be checkmate if Newbie play it right.
right.
Yep.
But
But if
This is
there's
Dota.
always weird things like people not saving for buyback or
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm just
they
checking
walk
like
into echo.
Newbee's gold right now. They have more than enough. They still have tier 2s on every single lane, so it just
Yeah, and they have no buyback from 3 of EG heroes, all of them cores.
yeah. RTZ did go for the Reality Rift going through BKB. I think this it pressures the Weaver super hard because
Yep.
BKB is no longer safe against EG.
yeah, the cooldown reduction is really nice on Phantasm, but
He doesn't have that much armor. Weaver, I think, only 20 armor this late in the game is actually pretty low.
Yeah.
So
they have an AC on the Bear, so he's a little bit tankier when
Yeah.
he's...
Does he have Vlad's?
And
ability?
Vlad.
Yes,
yeah.
Vlad's on the bear too.
But they're often not together.
Yeah.
Would you bet on EG at this point?
No. I would bet on them to lose.
So yes.
Yes.
There you go.
I think AA needs his other level 25 talent buff. The plus 100 shilling touch damage.
How much should it be buffed by?
I don't know. I feel like it sounds good because you can.
Hold that thought. Echo Slam coming through. Moving forward onto Mugi. The Weaver brought low. Has the time lapse to BKB. Not sure if he wants the time lapse back into the middle of their team. Instead, elsewhere, Arteezy making his move. He chases the bear through the trees. He commits with the crits. Trying to bring this thing down. Savage Roar kills the Rex anyway. Gets out freely.
0 risk.
And that's Megas.
What a diversion.
Does EG have what it takes to beat Mega Creeps? Like
They
in
can
terms of
defend
items?
for sure.
They can defend.
Yeah.
I don't think they can.
Hard on
push
CK
up.
is easy to defend. Ancient Apparition, easy to defend because he has the HP regen.
Shaker has AoE, yeah.
Shaker's alright.
Yeah.
Chaos
mean-
Knight is one of the best building destroyers, I guess. Oh, maybe not anymore with the illusion. Do they still function the same way as other illusions?
I don't see why
Like
not.
on structures? Okay. So I guess he's not that good then.
I mean, for Chaos Knight's case, he just hits so hard that I don't think that.
Well, he has heart, so he
Yeah.
can tank them almost indefinitely.
I mean more in terms of killing
And
them.
he hits hard,
Oh,
yeah.
look at this. This is a pub staple. The Battle Fury CK.
Okay.
But
I mean, he's preparing
normally,
for the-
normally in my pubs, people get it first.
Oh, look at that cleave.
Well, it is way better than Echo Saber at this point in the game. Why even bother turning off your armor?
Mr. Moogie is not afraid.
He has been playing phenomenally this game, by the way.
Who?
Moogie.
Mookie, yeah.
Yeah, I think he is by far playing the best on Newbee. It's 26-3. But I do like his build, the super aggro. I guess Dragonlance is not completely class canning, but the no Lincolns, no BKB until super late.
Yeah, his decision to say, look, I'm going to just fight early instead of sit here and farm is, I think, the game-winning one.
Universe, he wants to make plays. Galloping out into the front. Next Roche about to respawn.
Yep, no point in not waiting for that. SCCC, how many slots does he have? Well, I see 3 on his main and 6 on his bear, so 9 of 12. I guess 9 of 14 if you count moon shards. Did we ever figure out if you could moonshard the bear?
If he
I
can
think it's
eat
a
it,
hero
you mean?
thing, right? You can't even moonshard the Meepos clones, and I think Bear is sort of similar to Meepos clones. So I'm going to say no to that.
Moonshard is a valuable luxury item to give the spirit bear very high attack speed. I don't actually mean that means you can consume it though.
Just check Moonshard and see who you can
I
give
just
it.
checked.
He just checked.
Okay.
What is the lore on Moonshard?
Can't target Lone Druid Spirit Bear.
Can or cannot?
Can.
Can, okay. Alright.
Can target Spirit Bear as well, but not other creep heroes. Cannot target illusions of clones. Yep.
Does not work on Meepo, but works on Bears.
Good to know. This could get there.
EG just preparing for TI7 now with their high ground mega creep defense. Nice war of attrition. The thing is, I think that game there was like a tier, the EG home game, wasn't there like already a tier 3 down at least, so they could just go for the throne?
Right.
Newbee has tier 2s and tier 3s and tier 4s and all their ranks. So you gotta mess up a lot. Universe is going to try to start the party. Gets the Echo, follows up with the Ice Blast. They get one, but Mookie stays alive. Time lapses it off, goes rushing back in onto Zai, and looks for additional kills here. Meanwhile, Arteezy doing what he can, but so far he's been dealt with. Okay, this bear too tanky for him, and now they're going to chase him back. They've killed the Weaver once. Can they do it? A second time. Big hook shot from KP, and then a celebratory pop of the fromage. However, Mookie may go down here. EG holding on. Arteezy stays alive. Going to start healing up real soon. Goes on to SCCC. The hook interrupts him, and down he goes. Chaos has been dealt with and order restored for Newbee as they look for crit. They'll get him too. No Echo.
Oh, Weaver
Base
bought back. What?
in shambles.
I mean, he shouldn't die, but there's a chance.
There's a hook. There's a hope. They want Universe. They're going to get him. No buyback of
too
Chaos
strong.
Knight. They know. The time is now. EG being overrun in their base. Universe will try to hold. Sumail doing what he can. Has the Mask of Madness for maximum deeps. Backs away to the safety of the fountain, and Mookie chases him even further. The tier 4's dropping. Newbee swarming in. The Zerg rush continues in earnest. Here comes the BKB. Sumail continues to lay into them, but eats the hook. Just a couple auto techs for Moogie will spell his doom. Everybody buys back, but no Vano buyback for now. Looks like the Chaos Knight just secured his. The throne melts, and EG have been defeated.
pretty good revenge victory for Newbee for the Vanilla Master Finals.
I wonder if they had a different mid, if it would have worked out better for them. Because A
Instead of
just
the A?
doesn't scale that well.
I think the A did a lot,
He
though.
did do a lot.
Yeah, he did do a lot.
It's just not your typical mid. He did almost the most damage on EG's side. Mookie, no surprise there, did a lot. SCCC, highest building damage of the game by far.
I actually think it was just the pressure they put on RTZ. Like, if RTZ was able to have an extra item, a lot of those mid-game fights, I think EG could have won. I mean, as we saw towards the end of the game, RTZ was just lighting up. But a little bit too late, I think.
That lineup wasn't really supposed to play from behind.
No, definitely not.
So I think inherently EG didn't accomplish the primary goal of their draft.
Right.
Winning your safe lane.
Yeah. I was surprised they weren't able to. But
When was the Weaver picked? It was like 3rd or 4th, right?
I think it was 3rd.
I'm surprised that there was such a lack of answer for the Weaver.
they had, like, on paper, it's like, oh, they have our Spirit Silence. They have a good lockdown from the off laner. CK has a potentially long duration stun, but...
Right, but in order for EG to start the fight, you have to commit the Shaker and likely the Earth Spirit in to begin with.
Into the Weaver, and then even if you kill him, it's still tough. And if you don't,
Right,
you're
so
screwed.
the way that Moogie plays mid-game, he just sat back, he waited for one of his teammates to get jumped on, and then once that happens, the coast is clear. And then
Earth Spirit's supposed to be pretty good versus him. You have the instant silence, and you have a stun to follow up, and it's a pretty long duration silence.
But that did never play out. Weaver
It never
just
happened,
sat,
but that's
Weaver
not-
just sat back and just waited. It's like,
I'm trying to say it wasn't the draft's fault. I think they did have solutions. Like later in the game, they killed him a lot, even though he had BKB and Aegis.
Sure.
But I guess that's what happens when you get like 4 charges.
The other
full
thing was
creep.
Newbee had good heroes at interrupting, like the chain stun. They had the Rubik lift, they had the clockwork hook, and a few times those definitely disrupted
Savage
EG.
Roars.
So.
I think they played really well around the Reaver. They like protected him. When
Yeah.
like when you go glass cannon like that, you need to get protected somehow, and they were creating space for him in the chaos of the team fight. Chaos.
all right, what game do we have next?
That's a great question, Lumi.
Maybe our production could...
Can you sell out for BTS2 right now?
Yeah, so I can do that. We've got OG versus IG going on, guys. Twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit2. Be sure to check that out. As for us, I believe we are doing OG versus LFY next, I want to say, in which case we're waiting for the conclusion of that game.
Okay.
Unless OG has figured out a way to be in 2 places at once. But they weren't at the hub, so they don't have the power of time travel. Sad to say.
Smooth.
All right. Well,
Selling out for your own.
I suggest you
previous
guys take a
events.
nap, and then you too can time travel to the next game. But we'll have a quick break. It is indeed OG versus LGD Forever Young coming up after this.